Enterprise's problem, and I think that it's going to lead to bigger problems with this whole Xindi arc, is that I find its morality and its ethical conundrums to be like second grade shit. It's like, sure. I find it like either lazy or patronizing, I guess, because the moral of this one is, hey man, not everybody who is of a group thinks the same way. And Archer, a grown adult, goes, not everybody who's of a group thinks exactly the same way. I just think that DS9 as a show would never stoop to such like a low level thing as the outlook of the episode. I think that they went in more of a like humanistic and reality based outlook. It's like, there was the thing about the Cardassians, not all Cardassians do this, but at least it gave you some, it's like depth of character to the Cardassians. Like Garrick is still a murderer, but he's like a nice Cardassian and things like that. And this guy is just, I'm the nice Xindi. Not all Xindi are bad, except for the reptile guys. Those guys are all bad to a T, so don't trust them. So it's this weird thing where the episode
I'm a nice Xindi, but I'm also extremely racist towards the reptile Xindi.
And it's just this other conundrum where, I'll throw it back to you, but it's like the lesson of the day is that you can't judge a book by its cover, and that not all Xindi are bad Xindi. However, the reptile Xindi and the bug Xindi are clearly bad Xindi. So within the Xindi, there are species that are just bad Xindi, and that completely shoots in the foot the argument that the episode is making, which is that you can't judge a book by its cover, because even the arboreal Xindi, you're like, oh, these reptile guys, god damn it, you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. And it's like, what are you talking about? You just told Archer that you didn't have to do that. So I think it's just confused as an episode of TV or an episode of like storytelling, I guess.
Well, I don't think that the choice that what they have Archer do is necessarily underbaked or anything, because he's basically deciding whether or not he's going to start a war. Because if they blow that place up, there's no way to avoid the fact that they're there.
Right.
And ultimately he finds a way to continue moving forward without actually having to engage violently. Although I don't know why the way that the werewolf guy talks his way out of why one of those drones got blown up is like questionable at best. But I was out looking for bugs, and your thing scared me, so I blew it up. Sure.
But the other one got away too. So why didn't you tell him?
The other one got away. Apparently, saw nothing. But like, I didn't mind. I thought that stuff worked, because I think the what Archer is playing with here is still of the same kind of mindset that he was a few episodes ago, where he's like, I don't want to be the one to extinguish another species out of the universe or whatever.
Yes.
Like that it's still his decisions are still coming from that point, but they're also mixed a bit with this idea that they are trying to avenge the deaths of millions of people. So I think for this show, I think that it works. I think Deep Space Nine has an advantage because they spend so much time with these opposing viewpoints, whereas this show does not, because this is more or less, this is the first time they've ever spoken to a Xindi.
But I guess the problem comes for me from the angle that, like, say Archer at the end of Extinction, he keeps the virus because he doesn't want to wipe out that species. And he's like, I'm above this. I'm not going to wipe out that species. This one, he is, not willing to, he learns to not judge a book by its cover or whatever the appropriate metaphor is for, like, not all Xindi are bad Xindi. I feel that Archer comes to his lessons in a way that feels like it's preordained. He has to get to that point of understanding. I don't feel that the episodes themselves really explore why Archer should feel this way. And is it like, on a technical level, it's because so much of fucking Enterprise episodes are running through the forest with guns. Like, there's just no time to really get into stuff like that. But